People often ask me what kind of tree they should plant, and that's really a hard question to answer when you think that we could plant over 200 types in Nebraska. But for me, if I had to pick one type, I would plant an oak tree. Oaks really are a special group of trees. They do so much good for us. And just think about a few of these benefits. For example, oaks are some of the longest lived trees we could plant. They could live up to 200 years if we did it right. Secondly, oaks are very resilient. They're resilient to Nebraska's climate, which is very important as we think forward about what climate shift might mean. Thirdly, oaks are very important to biodiversity. They attract a great variety of birds and insects. And then finally, oaks are just beautiful. There's so many shapes, forms, and colors that we can think about. We could plant dozens and dozens of types of oaks. There's an oak for any situation that you could think about. In Nebraska, we have 7 native oak species. And here in Wayne Park in Waverly, where we're at today, we've planted over 30 types of oaks, including those 7 native Nebraska species. All right, the black oak is an underutilized native oak from southeast Nebraska. This tree is named black oak for the black ridges and furrows that get into its bark as it matures. Black oak is one of the better trees for fall color. Another good native Nebraska oak is the red oak. Red oak is named, it's very similar to black oak in its leaf shape, but it's named for the red fall color that its leaves will possess. A great tree for use throughout Nebraska. Another native plant that we don't use enough of is the chinkapin oak. Chinkapin oak is named for the leaves that resemble chinkapin or chestnut. This tree is very adaptable to high pH soils, so it should get used more in western Nebraska. The white oak, a great tree. Underutilized, very rare in Nebraska, but in our parks and schools and other landscapes, it gets a great fall color. Plant more of the white oak. And then the #1 native tree that we have and we should plant as everywhere we can is the bur oak. This tree grows from southeast Nebraska to the Chadron area, the Panhandle, and this tough, adaptable tree could live for a couple hundred years and shade one entire backyard if you planted it. We have literally over 50 types that we could plant. Oaks are resilient. They're going to be here for the next generation. They're good fall color, great shapes and forms. There's an oak for any spot that you need one. So do yourself a favor, do your squirrels a favor, and plant an oak tree.